In the mountains of Guerrero, Mexico, lies a cave no human had entered for over 5 centuries. Tlayócoc, known to locals as the Cave of Badgers, sits at approximately 7,800 feet above sea level. For generations, this cavern has been a source of water and bat guano, but its depths had remained largely ignored by all. Recently, however, an exploration has unveiled a discovery that would rewrite the history of the region, a cache of artifacts that are remnants of a previously unknown people. What was initially mistaken for modern trash turned out to be a collection of sacred objects that offer clues to a civilization lost to time. The story begins with Katia Pavlova, a seasoned speleologist renowned for her efforts to map cave systems across Mexico and beyond, and her local guide. Their goal was to chart and map the unrecorded passages of the Tlayócoc cave system. Pavlova saw this expedition as an opportunity to add to her extensive catalog of subterranean maps. The cave, located in the Sierra Madre del Sur, is no easy place to access. Its entrance requires a perilous journey through rugged terrain, where jagged rocks and steep inclines test the resolve of even the most experienced adventurers. As the duo descended into the cave, they encountered a flooded passage where the ceiling dipped so low that only a 6-inch gap separated the water's surface from the rock above. But undeterred, they proceeded. They dove through the narrow passage, emerging into a chamber that had remained untouched for centuries. This difficulty in entering the cave also protected what was to be discovered from looting, preserving the sacred artifacts for centuries. Roughly 500 feet into the cave, they saw something unusual. At first, they mistook it for debris, perhaps litter left by careless modern visitors. Upon closer inspection, they realized it was a collection of 14 meticulously crafted artifacts, carefully placed as if in reverence. Among them were 4 shell bracelets, a massive decorated snail shell, 2 complete stone discs, 6 disc fragments, and a piece of carbonized wood. The artifacts, arranged with purpose, were looped around small, rounded stalagmites. The two, aware of the importance of their find, promptly contacted Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History. Later on, a team of professional archaeologists arrived to recover the artifacts. The team removed the shell bracelets from the stalagmites and cleaned them to reveal intricate designs etched into their surfaces. 3 of the bracelets bore incised decorations, including an S-shaped symbol. Another bracelet featured the profile of a human-like figure. These markings were not mere decorations. Rather, they were imbued with meaning, connecting the artifacts to the spiritual beliefs of their creators. Archaeologists dated the artifacts to the post-classic period of Mesoamerican history, roughly between AD 950 and 1521, a time when complex societies flourished across what is now Mexico and Central America, just before the arrival of the Spanish. They proposed that these objects were crafted by what they now called the Tlacotepehua, a previously unknown culture that once thrived in the region. Unlike anything created by neighboring well-known peoples such as the Aztecs, Maya, Mixtec, Zapotec, and others, the artifacts hint at a culture that may have developed in relative isolation. Their unique designs and ritual practices seem to set them apart from the broader Mesoamerican traditions. This suggests the Tlacotepehua possessed their own distinct cultural, religious, and probably genetic identity. The name Tlacotepehua is derived from a nearby town called Tlacotepec. The discovery of the Tlayócoc artifacts is particularly remarkable because so little is known about the Tlacotepehua. Their language is now extinct and unclassified, as it left no written records, and no documents describing it have been found. Some scholars have speculated that it may have been related to the Tlacotepec language, given the two groups' shared origins along the Costa Grande. No human remains have been found in Tlayócoc or other sites associated with the Tlacotepehua, leaving archaeologists without genetic evidence to trace their relationships to other Mesoamerican peoples. The absence of written records or skeletal remains makes it difficult to reconstruct the Tlacotepehua's daily life, but the artifacts offer some hints. The shell bracelets, with their intricate carvings, suggest skilled artisans. The stone discs, possibly used in rituals or as markers, indicate a society with a structured religious system. The carbonized wood reveals clues about the nature of their ceremonies. They were likely offerings to agricultural gods or celebrations of agricultural cycles. This suggests that the Tlacotepehua practiced agriculture, relying on farming as a central part of their economy and spiritual life. The cave's isolation suggests that these rituals were esoteric, perhaps reserved for a select few, such as priests or community leaders. The Tlacotepehua's disappearance remains one of the greatest enigmas of this discovery. They simply vanished as an identifiable group sometime after the 16th century. They may have been gradually absorbed by neighboring, larger groups during the social upheavals that followed the Spanish conquest, losing their distinct identity over generations. They may have succumbed to the devastating waves of old world diseases that swept through the Americas, against which they had no immunity, or perhaps their decline began earlier due to internal strife or environmental pressures. The silence of the cave on this matter is deafening. The artifacts themselves reveal some clues about the Tlacotepehua's worldview. For pre-Hispanic cultures across Mesoamerica, caves were sacred spaces, often seen as portals to the underworld or the womb of the earth. Tlayócoc, with its remote location and challenging access, would have been an ideal setting for rituals. The placement of the shell bracelets around stalagmites suggests a deliberate act, perhaps an offering to deities associated with fertility and creation. The discovery of Tlayócoc's artifacts adds a new chapter to the history of Mesoamerica, a region already rich with the legacies of the Aztec, Maya, and Mixtec civilizations. The post-classic period was a time of dynamic cultural exchange, marked by the rise of powerful city-states and the spread of religious and artistic traditions. The archaeological team is now studying the artifacts in detail using advanced techniques. The carbonized wood has been sent for further dating using methods other than radiocarbon, and the artifacts will undergo additional study. Other methods, like isotopic analysis, will help learn more about their origins. The Strombus shell, for example, could reveal trade routes, as its species is found only in specific coastal regions. The carbonized wood may yield traces of resins or offerings burned during rituals, each analysis potentially revealing more details of the mystery. For modern archaeologists, Tlayócoc is a treasure trove, but it also poses challenges. The cave's flooded passages and narrow gaps make excavation difficult, and the lack of additional artifacts or remains limits the scope of study. Yet the discovery has sparked renewed interest in Guerrero's pre-Hispanic history, a region often overshadowed by the more famous archaeological sites of central Mexico, such as those of the Aztecs and others. Archaeologists also plan to conduct further surveys in the area, hoping to uncover more traces of the Tlacotepehua or related groups. The story of Tlayócoc is one of serendipity and wonder, and evidence that even in the 21st century, the Earth holds secrets of people who vanished long ago. What began as an expedition to map an uncharted cave has unveiled a lost culture, its artifacts revealing clues of rituals performed in the flickering light of a cave 500 years ago. The Tlacotepehua, though gone, have left behind a legacy etched in shell and stone. As researchers continue to study these artifacts, they hope to piece together more of the Tlacotepehua's story, revealing a forgotten chapter of Mesoamerica's rich history. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey into Mexico's hidden civilization. If you enjoyed exploring the mysteries of the Tlacotepehua and the ancient secrets of Tlayócoc Cave, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the forgotten chapters of human history. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think happened to this lost people? Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring the wonders of our ancient world.